Johnny, when folks look at you, we are just amazed. It's just way over our head what you've experienced in your life. And we know that you broke your neck. You've been in this wheelchair for 46 years. But what a lot of people don't realize is that during the last 12 years, you started having extreme pain shooting through your body. Where you used to have operations where you didn't even have anesthesia, all of a sudden, for some crazy reason, now you've got this pain that just wipes you out. It started, I think, in Holland, didn't it?
Well, it had been leading up to that point. I was in Europe with my husband, speaking at various churches in both Western and Eastern Europe. And it was a busy schedule, a tiring schedule. And the last few days we spent in Holland with friends. And we were at the home of a good friend of ours, a Dutch friend. And he had set the table elegantly, and it was a beautiful, sumptuous dinner, and crystal and candlelight and china. And I'm sitting at the head of the table in tears, near tears, fighting it back. And finally, I just turned to my host, and the conversation just stopped dead. I gotta leave. I just have to go. I've gotta lay down. And I'm the sort of person who usually covers those kinds of incidents with perseverance, with grit your teeth, put on a smile, and we're gonna make this work. I couldn't do it. I just couldn't. Ken escorted me to a side room, and my girlfriend and Ken laid me down on a couch. And I could hear all the dinner party continue on the other side of the wall, the laughter, the talking, the clinking of glasses. And I am sinking, because this pain had been creeping up on me for a year or so, and now it had just gotten to the point where I could not tolerate it. Ken, bless his heart, said, as soon as we get back to the States, Johnny, we're gonna go on a all-out manhunt for what's wrong with you. And sure enough, he did. I went through every medical test you could imagine. I remember sitting in the doctor's office with my husband after a series of tests, waiting for this expectant news that it was going to be a gallbladder problem. Get your gallbladder out, Johnny, you'll be fine. And I'll never forget the sink of disappointment when I heard, no, it's not your gallbladder. No, it's not your kidneys. It's not your lungs. No, you're fine. No, it's not your intestinal tract. The best we can come up with, Johnny, is that your hip is out of joint. You have pelvic obliquity, and your bones are way too porous for us to operate. And you're just going to have to take a deep breath and move forward into life with that. And I felt as though there were this thick glass wall between myself and the doctor. And it was his words. They were bouncing off this glass wall. I could see everybody. I could see all the activity. I could even see my dear husband. And yet I felt so estranged and separated, so isolated. A little like Michael on the couch that day, where you felt like your life, as you knew it, has ended. And from here on out, it's going to be a frightening and a difficult thing.